Uno aquí primero.
From the earliest writings of man, we know that the human race has been comprised of the haves and the have-nots. When I was a kid back during the Great Depression, I was obsessed.
What up, everybody?
What invisible something separated the haves from the have-nots, being a have-not. I wanted to know why so few managed to be well off financially in a country where success is available to everyone. For example, in checking the Statistical Abstract of the United States, published by the Bureau of the Census, I discovered, just lately, that only 10% of the men in this country, 65 years of age and older, have incomes of $6,000 or more a year. More than 80% of all men 65 or older have incomes under $4,000 a year. Only 7.6% have incomes between $7,000 and $10,000 a year, and only 3.7% have incomes of $10,000 a year or more. A man starts his working career in his 20s, often earlier. He's fortunate in that he lives in the free world. He has better than 40 years to make the grade financially in the richest country on earth. Yet, according to the statistics, only about 10 out of 100 will be financially secure by the time 65 rolls around, and only about 4 men out of 100 will be financially comfortable. Now, why? Well, let me tell you how to find out for yourself. Conduct your own survey. Start down the street in your neighborhood on any Saturday or Sunday and ask the man of every house 2 questions. The first question is, what are you doing at the present time to increase your income now? That is, how much do you want to earn? And when you've evaluated the blank stare you get in response to that question, ask question number 2, which goes, how much money are you planning to be worth at age 65? Now, when the silence becomes too unnerving, thank him and move on to the next house. Ask 50 men, 100, 1,000, until you're completely convinced that the reason men don't make more money during their working lives, and the reason men aren't financially independent by the time they're 65, is simply that they seldom, if ever, do any constructive thinking on either subject. It's that simple, unfortunately. The reason it's so easy to earn far more money than the average man earns in this country is that so very few, are going about it the right way. This is a race without enough contestants to bother about. The few who are really in the race can all be winners. Some will finish ahead of the others, but even the man who finishes last in this race will be financially secure. Most people, more than 90%, aren't even in the race. To prove it, ask yourself the 2 survey questions. Up until the time you started listening to this message, what were your plans for increasing your income? How much do you want to earn? And how much money had you decided to be worth by the time you're 65? You see, people who earn large incomes aren't lucky, and they're not crooks as those without money are so fond of pretending, nor are they endowed with more brains or talent necessarily than their friends and neighbors, nor are they privy to occult secrets, and only a very few were lucky enough to have had rich fathers or grandfathers. Most of the people earning the big incomes today started the same way you and I did, and most other people. The only difference between the men who earn big incomes and those who earn small incomes is that those earning big incomes decided to earn more. They're the people who made it their business to earn more. You see, a woman who does not think about baking an apple pie for dinner tonight will never think of looking up the recipe for apple pie. Without the decision for pie, there's no motivation for checking out the recipe. A man who does not think about driving his car to St. Louis, Missouri or Nacogdoches, Texas will never get road maps which show how to get to St. Louis or Nacogdoches. And a man who never decides to earn more money will never think of learning how, of looking up the rules for earning more money. You see, people do what they make up their minds to do. So get rid of the ancient superstition once and for all that people who earn big money are special people, or lucky, or get the breaks, or had money to begin with, or knew someone, or are smarter, or anything else. These are alibis. They can all be disproved 1,000 times. The reason there are so many of these alibis around is that men who fail to make the grade financially are seldom honest enough to just admit that they really didn't try and keep trying. So in order to justify their failure, in order to remain seated, they dream up and pass along these old alibis. We're all self-made. but only the successful will admit it. I once had occasion to visit Charleston, South Carolina. I'd never been there before, so I hired a taxi to drive me around the historic old town. I particularly wanted to see the battery where that famous shot was fired on Fort Sumter. Along this beautiful drive, some of Charleston's oldest and finest homes look out over the bay. I commented to my cab driver on what lovely homes they were, and he said, yes, some of those homes have 40 rooms. And then he thought a moment and he said, and every one of them is owned by a crook. This is how the have-nots justify themselves and their lot in life. I didn't say anything because I didn't feel I was entitled to advise him or try to straighten out his thinking. This is a free country where as long as he doesn't hurt others, everyone has the unalienable right to be just as wrong as he wants to be. As Thomas R. Lounsbury, the American scholar and educator, put it, we must view with profound respect the infinite capacity of the human mind to resist the inroads of useful knowledge. My taxi driver and men and women like him all over the world have been kidding themselves and holding themselves down and refusing the bounty and abundance of the world for centuries. Knowledge is available to everyone. We can either listen to those qualified to teach us, or we can go along with those ancient stumbling.
You guys need to peep some game, man. Peep some game. We're about to get into it. Right now, just going over some stuff in the background, eating my bagel, drinking my coffee. We're going to end up checking out the coin market cap. You can also go to CoinGecko, just as good.
Not only because it's required by law, but because he cannot afford to trust so important a job to his memory alone. He has another checklist that he goes over just carefully before he begins his letdown at his destination. He does this without fail every time he takes off and every time he lands. Well, I think living successfully is as important as flying an airplane. And because of this, I think each of us needs a checklist too. And that's why there's one included with this cassette. We need a checklist to go over item by item before we take off in the morning and before we drop off to sleep every night. So I want to recommend that you affix the checklist to your bathroom mirror. Stare at it as you brush your teeth in the morning and stare at it again as you prepare for bed at night. Go over each item, and as you do, think of what each item represents. Now here's number one. It's the formula for getting rich. It also explains why you're in your present position, whether you're earning $6,000 a year or $16,000 or $60,000 or $600,000. It applies to every adult, whether he's employed or unemployed. It applies to the richest man and to the poorest, and every person in between. And here it is. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Now that's what the formula means as the first item on your checklist. Memorize it. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Listen to it, think about it until you know it emotionally as well as intellectually. It might give you some slight feeling of superiority to realize that there's probably not another man within a mile of where you live who knows it. You can add it as a question on your survey if you want proof of that. If you want it in another form, here it is as it applies to a man's job. It's the same thing really, the same thing applies, but you can express it differently. The money you're paid by the company you work for will always be in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the degree of difficulty involved in replacing you. Maybe you want to write the formula down in both of its forms and think about it until it's as much a part of you as your name. The reason it isn't spelled out on your checklist is because you might not want everyone to know what you're up to. The checklist is valuable only to a person who knows what the words really indicate. All right, you've got the formula. As you think about it, its meaning will become clearer to you. With the formula, there are two rules which must be applied to properly use it. This formula, together with the two rules, is your recipe or your roadmap to earning all the money you really want. Now let's take a look at item number 2 on your checklist. And I'm serious about your putting this country are playing a game called follow the follower. If a man goes into business, no matter what line it happens to be, the first thing he does is make certain that his place of business, outside and inside, looks exactly like every other place of business of that type in the country. Do you know why? It's because he's been playing copycat since he was a year old and does it without thinking about it. For the same reason kids dress alike in school. He wants to be one of the gang. He doesn't necessarily examine all the business establishments in his field and pattern his on the one outstanding example, the one that inspires him, the one that he can really believe in. He just does what everybody else in his business is doing, and by this simple process, he guarantees his own mediocrity. Whose drum are you marching to, if indeed you're marching to anyone's, and why? Remember, whatever you now do for a living will be done differently, quite differently a few years from now. Never in the history of mankind have the opportunities for all of us been so great. But the great majority of people will be the beneficiaries of progress, not those who bring it about. Which group are you going to belong to? If you want to be a contributor, not just a beneficiary, here's the first rule. It appears on your checklist as the gold mine. So, think. Think deliberately and with a purpose. Use the gold mine between your ears. Begin by thinking at a special time every day. Back during the Depression, a New York lumber dealer was growing rich while other lumber dealers were going broke. When asked how he did it, he said, "Every evening when I get home, I close myself up in a quiet room, sit in a comfortable chair, and ask myself, how will my business be conducted 10 years from now? Then I try to do it now." Instead of competing with every other lumber dealer, which is what they were doing, he was creating. He was doing the very thing man was designed to do, the very thing man does best. A company growing at the rate of 10% a year will double its size in less than 8 years. But a man can improve his effectiveness 50% or 100% a year or more. The experts tell us that every one of us has within him deep reservoirs of ability, even genius, that he habitually fails to use. Well, let's begin now to reach into these deep, rich areas of pure net profit and use more of our real abilities. Let's think. Here's the best way I've found to make yourself think. Start getting up a little earlier than you're accustomed to. Right off the bat, this gives you extra time that 95% of the men in this country are not using at all. 1 hour earlier a day gives you 6.5 extra 40-hour weeks a year. But at this time in the morning, take a refreshing shower, dress, get yourself a fresh, hot cup of coffee if you're a coffee man, and then sit down to a clean sheet of paper. At the top of the paper, write your financial goal. Now, this is the amount of money per year you intend to earn soon. Incidentally, you might like to keep this to yourself, too. It's nobody's business but yours. Then, start to think. Think about your goal and what it'll mean to you and your family. Then see how many ideas you can come up with to help you reach that goal. Ideas to improve what you now do for a living. Ways of increasing your contribution to match your income goal. You know, jobs don't have futures. People do. No matter what line of work you may be in, there is within it more than enough opportunity to last a lifetime. You don't have to think of brand new ideas or revolutionary new ways of doing things, although you well might come up with some. Think of ways of improving what is now being done. If you're to increase your income by the amount you've specified, you must find ways of increasing your contribution, your service. And the key to this is to be found in your mind, in that gold mine between your ears. Try for 5 ideas every morning and write them down. And save those sheets of paper in a special idea file. Many, perhaps most of your ideas will be worthless, but some of them will be very good. A few will be excellent. And every once in a while,
Just looking through some stuff right now. If you guys jump on, you got any questions before we get started? Well, we're already started, but before we get to the actual meat and potatoes, just let me know.
Try to develop a sense of expectancy. That is, try to hold the feeling that the goal you're shooting for is a sure thing, and that it's only a matter of time before it's realized. You know, Henry Ford didn't start making cars until he was 45. A friend of mine started a new company at 65. He's still going strong, and his new company has sales of better than $300 million a year. It's almost never too late. Try not to think of things outside of your own line of work or whatever it is you're most interested in. To think well and profitably, you must discipline your thinking. Keep it on course, controlled, keep it in one field, specialize. Now for the final item on your checklist. It appears as the word. And the word is attitude. Attitude has been called the most important word in the language. William James put it this way. He said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind." Now, this is something to think about. Can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. It's another way of saying we become what we think about. Look at it this way. Your total environment, if you've been an adult for any appreciable period of time, your total environment is a reflection of you as a person. The house and the neighborhood in which you live, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the job you do, the people with whom you regularly associate. Your total environment is an exact and merciless mirror of you as a human being. Now, if you feel your environment can stand some improvement, you have only to improve your attitude, and your world will gradually change to reflect the changing person. Here's how to change your attitude. Beginning now, begin to act as would the person you most want to become. Now that is, if you were already in possession of the goal you're shooting for, how would you conduct yourself in all of your affairs? Well, do it now, and tomorrow, and the next day. Begin now to act the part of the person you most want to become, and you'll end by becoming that person. Subtly, in little ways, in the way you dress, in the way you talk, in the unfailing courtesy you show to every person with whom you come in contact, begin to act the part of the person who has already achieved that which you're shooting for. The German philosopher Goethe gave us the secret when he said, before you can do something, you must first be something. When you behave like the person you most want to become, the things that person would have will tend to come to you. It's simply cause and effect. Don't be in too big a hurry. It takes longer to build a skyscraper than a chicken coop. Build slowly, steadily, and well. Then when you make it, you'll keep it. You'll stay on top. Always be suspicious of the so-called get-rich-quick scheme or sudden success. Never forget that word, attitude. It's your attitude toward the people with whom you come in contact that will determine their attitudes toward you. The person with a great attitude toward life and the world is the person other people call lucky. He's not lucky. He's just using our old friend, cause and effect. His causes are excellent, and his effects have to be just as good. Well, that's it. 3 things to remember. 3 things to practice every day. If you spent 16 hours a day, 7 days a week practicing your golf swing, in a relatively short time, you'd have a grooved, beautiful swing like the pros. So practice your new attitude every day, every waking hour. Practice thinking a few minutes every morning, and you'll find yourself thinking all day long. And remember the formula. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Go over the ideas in this message every day until they're as much a part of you as your name and your temporary address. You'll notice that each time you listen, you'll hear something new. You'll get a new idea you failed to get before. This is Earl Nightingale, and thank you.
All right. Just finished with the warm-up. All right, guys, so just got my coffee, finished most of my bagel. It's time to get it. All right, so we're just going to be taking a look at CoinMarketCap. You can also look at CoinGecko as well. I think CoinGecko may be a little bit better. It just depends. I'm so used to using CoinMarketCap, but CoinGecko is probably just as good. Probably better. But anyway, make sure you guys catch up on the videos that I post regularly about crypto and as well as the other things if you're interested, but mainly crypto as far as you're concerned. Now this is going out obviously to my main channel, to anybody who's listening there, but it's also kind of directed towards a group that I'm in, Facebook, Black Men Travels, and to get a lot of those guys on board so they kind of know what's going on. If they're thinking about jumping into cryptocurrency, everybody has their own style and own way about investing. So this is not investment advice at all. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just going to kind of show you what I do and how I go about investing in the crypto space. So usually every morning, this is what I do. I get up, Try to get up like an hour earlier so I can get started. But I start going down just to see what the market is like for that day. Thank God it's not a bloody Monday. It's not bad, but could be worse, right? So I just like to kind of take a look at the major players. You got Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum, which has dropped since like Friday or so. XRP, we're not really. Well, I'm not. That boat's passed already. Dogecoin is still being pumped. That's just hilarious. Honestly, to tell you the truth. All right, so the guys who, if you don't know what Dogecoin is, man, it's basically the the supreme meme token at the moment, and it's been like that for quite a while, simply because people have been pumping it up for so long that it's become the mainstay when people talk about meme tokens. What is a meme token? A meme token basically has no value. It's simply like it's a meme. Anybody can create a meme token. It's very, very easy. What is my dog going crazy for? 1 second. All right, I'm back. All right, so yeah, Dogecoin, a meme token. Um, Now people really want to know like why a meme token would have value, and it's just like any other token or any other project. People will jump on if they feel like it should have value, and meme tokens are the same way. There's really no intrinsic value for a meme coin. It's simply something cool, a cool idea that people kind of get together and say, "Hey, man, let's pump the shit out of this coin," and try to get paid. And with Dogecoin, you can see from its inception back in 2014, 2013 rather, and how cheap it's been. I mean, look at that. You're talking about in the 200, 300 Satoshi range, and just for the longest time, look at that, it even dropped as low. What is this lowest? I would like to know its lowest it's ever been. But look at that. You can see that 22 Satoshis. Now, this is typical for meme tokens, man. Like, really, there's really no, like I said, there's really no value. And congratulations to everyone. Look, it hit a cent. And people were probably going nuts in 2018. Congratulations to everybody who has been stacking probably a billion plus tokens since then, and just continuing to stack it. You can now mine. I don't know if you've ever been able to mine it, but I know pretty soon, or if not already, you can mine Doge with some nice ASIC miners. But look at that. It just completely was just garbage for the longest. And then all of a sudden, with all of it in the news and everything, it just jumped big time. So if you're holding like a billion tokens, man, ooh, honestly, if it was me, I'm not waiting for this to possibly tank before $1. I think what I would do is I would probably sell half my stock, half of what I own when it hits 40 cents. And once it hits 40 cents, or I would sell a quarter of what I own if it hits 40 cents, then I would hold on to it. I'll hold on to the rest if it continues to rise in value. The way I see it is it was so cheap in the beginning for since 2013 has been so cheap before it blew up that people can just throw some money at it. It's almost like a little savings. You just throw some more money at it, because you can get so much of it because it's so cheap. Now imagine, man, there's got a ton of people right now making a shit ton of money off of Dogecoin right now if they're selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just put it this way. Let's try. Let's just do 1,000,000 tokens. 1,000,000, and 1,000,000 is garbage, right? I mean, if you got Doge, for example, I bought a meme token I hate meme tokens, but this one seems like a really cool idea and people are jumping on it. And it was number 2 on the what is it? What network? Oh, the Unicrypt network. That's right. So yeah, let's just do, and I got millions of tokens from what I put in on this new project. So 1,000,000 tokens. If you were to sell 1,000,000 tokens right now, oh my god, this is fucking insane. Look at this, people. Look at this shit. Look at it. 380,000 if you were to sell off 1,000,000 Doge tokens, man. Dogecoins. Come on, man. Come on. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. Then we're going to get into some other stuff. So, for example, the Shiba Inu coin, that's another hot Doge token, or not Doge token, another hot meme token that's come out. And I bought into it simply because, for shits and giggles. I mean, if a meme token can make so much money, hopefully Doge has woken up the public to saying, hey, let's jump on more meme tokens, because this is the time. It might be the time right now for meme tokens to come through and get some love, right? So, for example, I put in about, let me see. I traded for this, by the way. I had some MFG, and let's see what I did. MFG, what did I do? Gas prices for Ethereum are just absolutely insane right now. I don't even remember what I got. But anyway, I guess I can't see it. But anyway, I traded about close to $400 worth of MFG for the Shiba Inu coin, because it was number 2 on the Unicrypt network. Now look how many tokens I got off of like that, almost $400. We're talking about 201 million tokens, right? So I want you to kind of put yourself in this situation right now. At the moment, there's a lot of people that are going to buy Doge, that are buying Doge, right? And look at its trading volume over the last 24 hours. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is a meme. This is a meme. Look at that. This is insane, bro. Insane. Look at this shit. Look at it. Well past over 500 million, dude. That's insane. So that's why I want to say congratulations to everyone who invested in Dogecoin, or invested and forgot about Dogecoin, and now they're freaking rich as hell at $38.38. But I just kind of wanted to show you like how much value you can get if you happen, right? If you happen to make it big with one of these meme coins, man. Look at that. So I got 201 million, right? I mean, now the likelihood of you selling this right now is pretty hot. So if you have a huge amount, you can definitely win right now. So let's just say you've got, let's just say I own 201 was it 201 million? Is that what it was? Something crazy like that? What was it? 201. Yeah, 201 million, right? Let's just say, for shits and giggles, I just wanted to get rid of um, 10 million Doge coins if I had this in Doge. This is I don't believe it. That's how a meme it is right now. I just don't believe it. I mean, that's just insane. I feel like you would have the feds at your door immediately, and them asking you how did you cash this much out? This doesn't make any sense. And honestly, I don't even know if I would cash a lot of it out directly to my bank account, but I would be buying Bitcoin like a mofo. I would just buy Bitcoin and just be done with it. I would buy Bitcoin and be done with it. But, it is what it is. Let's see. We're going to get into some stuff as well. I'm just kind of looking over the market. Nothing's really dipped too bad. I do want to talk about VeChain. I'm going to talk about Uniswap. And we're going to talk about some other stuff to kind of give you an idea. All right, guys. So if you know, and Binance, it's a big one. It's a big one. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing right now. So it looks like everything's pretty good. If you're stacking Tezos, buy more, man. Buy more. Just buy it. Tezos, even though it's more like a stable right now, it's gonna go up very slowly in value, but you'll be happy to be able to stack a lot as it rises. So if you have a Coinbase account, follow the link in the description. Go check it out. Get some. Let me even see if I have that in the description. Yo, what's up, Geo? Safe Moon. Let's check out Safe Moon. I don't think I've heard of Safe Moon before. What's Safe Moon? I don't think I've heard of Safe Moon before. It's got a huge trading volume in the last 24 hours, that's for sure. Ooh, look at that total supply, man. That's a ton. That's a ton. That's a lot. That is a lot. And it started back, March? Actually, you know what? That's not bad. Honestly, when you think about it, that's really not bad. I mean, because you look at stuff like Doge, you look at some of these other tokens that are similar in starting price and whatnot. If you look at most of the tokens that are similar to what I'm seeing right now, at least when you look at the graph, they have been like flat from almost, well, there's usually a big dump when they first come out, but usually they remain flat, and it's like that for years. So the fact that this thing opened up in March and it's already on its way up in an upward trend, that lets me know right now that you may have a little bit more time to possibly make a good profit if it continues to pop. I would think that, I think that you probably have a good chance of making a little bit of profit if you can buy enough and then kind of wait it out. But I have a feeling that by maybe the end of this month, or maybe by mid-May or something like that, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be on the up and up anymore. It might tank. It's already, look at that. It's already up in the last 24 hours, 128%. Usually with these types of tokens, they crash once it reaches a threshold where people are like, okay, I can make a shit ton of money right now. I'm going to sell. and everybody dumps it, and then everybody's kind of afraid to touch it because of the big dump. And so you'll have people that either abandon, jump ship, and they go after something else, or they'll keep buying more. And then eventually, when hopefully people don't forget about it and they come back to it and it rises again in value, then you can make some money. But it's a chance, man. It's a chance. We can take a look at it though. Safe moon. See what we're talking about. Safely to the moon. Let's see. What is it? What are they offering? 100% community driven, fair launch, dev bird. All team tokens participated, automatic LP. Every trade contributes towards automatically generating liquid locked inside Pancake Swap. Oh, it's on Pancake. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing, man. If you're on the Binance network right now, you are in a good place. The Binance network is so strong, and that's why we're seeing a big, huge jump in tokens on the Binance network. When you're looking at like Pancake Swap taking off, buy Pancake Swap. You're looking at Uniswap is like insane, and their V3 is coming out May 5th, unless they push it back. But hopefully it releases on time, and it's not. They don't lag behind too long if they do push it back. But yeah, V3 for Uniswap is coming out May 5th. Like Binance is killing it right now, and honestly, oof, I'm telling you, man, if I could use Binance Coin for whatever I would usually use for like when I purchase Ethereum, I would just use Binance Coin. The fees are so small. Right now, Ether, I mean the gas fees are just absolutely insane. So let's look at the roadmap. Q1 2021. We have successfully onboarded and confirmed a Dogecoin trading pair with BBPalm. My bad. We also successfully began an integration process with Whitebit and began legal paperwork with Bitmart. Our team size has doubled and our marketing campaign has begun. Q2 of the initial push. Whitebit tokenomics integration with completed along with completion of SafeMoon app, wallet, and games. Okay, so it's going to be like a little ecosystem on the Binance network. Okay. Holding the line, Q3, we finished our crypto educational app and begin our own charity project. We begin a community listening donation raise for several exchanges, i.e. Coinbase. Now, if they make it to Coinbase, I'm going to tell you what. If they make it to Coinbase, you're going to see the value shoot up so freaking high. I swear to God, you're going to see it shoot up, because when you look at other tokens that hit Coinbase earlier in their earlier when Coinbase made the change and started adding more tokens, the value of those tokens automatically went up, mainly because I believe new people coming in to the space, they hear Coinbase and they're like, okay, let me just start there, and they get on that platform and they buy whatever is available. And I think that's where most of it comes from. So if they release on Coinbase, it's going to be humongous for them, huge. And the price is definitely going to go up. So if you have some, and if it hits Coinbase, man, it's definitely going to moon. It's definitely going to moon. So yeah, I mean, interesting. I'm going to look more at it to see. Let's take a look. Simple tokenomics, elegant design, production, token information, character 100% community owned and driven. No rug is possible. SafeMoon, join us. Okay. There's nothing wrong with these type of coins. You just have to look at these. You got a bunch of holders. Does have a market cap. That's nice. They haven't burned too much, but the value looks like it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind. I would have to read the white paper in its entirety. Common misconception with the heavy APY average is the subjectivity of the impermanent loss from staking on LP and a farming reward generator. With the explosion of DeFi, we have seen too many new cryptocurrency prospectors get sucked into a high APY farming trap, feeling hopeless as they are pushed out by earlier buyers with higher staking rewards. We've all been there, seeing those shiny 6-digit figures can be pretty damn tempting to jump in. However, almost always the token suffers from the inevitable valuation bubble, which is then followed by the burst. That's true, impending collapse of the price. This is why we have seen the mass adoption of static rewards, also known as reflection, a separate concept that seeks to eliminate the troubles caused by farming rewards. Now, they did say something very, very true. That is the big problem with a lot of these tokens. People, even myself at times, find themselves looking at the APY percentages because more than likely there's truth and there's some, I don't know, there's truth about it, but it's not always correct. So yes, people do look at the APYs and then they say, oh, you know what, based on that 25%, I'm putting my money in. And what happens is everybody runs to do the same thing, and then they join these pools. And pools can be obviously beneficial, but it's mainly beneficial for people who own the most stake in it. So, you know, if you're whaling it, you're gonna be good. You know, and then you have other people who just throw in their little pennies compared to the whales, and they don't make as much, and they're kind of pushed out because the whales are going to make the most of the reward system. They're going to take advantage of the reward system. So usually at that point, you'll have people that are well below the whale threshold. They'll just go ahead and sell, and then the whales pick it up, and they end up owning most of it. So that's kind of true that that happens a lot. If you guys know me, I prefer staking. I feel like staking is a fair and profitable way to go. That's just me though. It can make you a lot of money, and it also helps with curbing your appetite to just want to sell all the time. You gotta exercise some patience in crypto. I mean, some of these things, most people that are gonna buy this, including myself, if I were to buy this, I would hopefully expect, a good return rather quickly. That's what we hope. But a lot of these things like this, this might take the valuation of what it is now. It might not change, or it might not take off, or it may just tank until they can get through 2021. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm telling you, man, a lot of these guys, people have the misconception that when projects are in stages like this, that they have everything already ready, everything is good to go, and you forget that they're actually trying to build this. That's why they give quarters, and they give a roadmap. It takes time. Things take time, and if you don't have the patience to at least wait it out past 2021, if you were to jump into something like this, then I would say don't waste your money, because if you're not going to have the patience to ride it through for at least a good little long haul, then you're going to lose out. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, it's kind of hard to tell what kind of real value this really has, and the longer they are up and running, and they're making strides and they're making improvements to their system, the price will start to rise, because people will start to see, oh, okay, this thing has value. Let's contribute. And it'll get to the point where if you missed out, man, you'll miss out. Some people are going to grab it. If this ever goes to like 1 cent or something like that, people are going to lose their mind. But that's the chances you take with these projects, man. There's no guarantee with any of them. But if you are a staker, um, head over to this website here, stakingrewards.com. Right now, I got DFI chain on there. So Geo, you said, what is the best coin for the long term? That's a loaded question, man. It's a loaded question. There's no guarantee, man. There's no guarantee. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because I never put one token above the rest. Like, you have to diversify for the just in case moments. Today, you got to diversify. But to try to answer your question, I think for me right now, I'm gonna say Uniswap is probably going to be one of my long term holds. I have quite a few. I'm gonna be holding. I'm gonna be holding Uniswap. I'm gonna be holding Uniswap. I'm gonna be holding. What is it? DeFi. I'm gonna be holding DeFi, and let me see if I can pull up DeFi real quick for you guys. SafeMoon, definitely gonna look at that. And honestly, with projects like this, sorry, not DeFi, not regular DeFi, DeFi chain. With projects like this, like SafeMoon, if you're not entirely confident on what's going to happen, I would always say at least, at the very minimum, throw a couple $100 at it until you can what? SafeMoon's on a that's right. It said it was on PancakeSwap. That's insane. That's crazy. Give me one cake. How much is one? How much SafeMoon can I buy with one pancake? There you go. 6 million tokens, man. 6 million tokens for, and what is the price of pancake? We'll come back to DeFi real quick. What's the price of pancake right now? I think it's like around 24 bucks or something like that. Look at that. Look at it. $22.82. So imagine, right? Let's think about Doge or something like that that's been successful at the moment. When you look at this, you could spend one cake, right? Or about $22, $23, right? And you can flip that into 6 million SafeMoon tokens, right? Again, we don't know how long it would take, right? It may not even get to 1 penny. It could be years before it got to 1 penny. But for the sake of time, let's just throw 6 million in there, right? Multiply it by 1 penny. If it ever hit a penny, right? You're looking at $60,000, right? It's easy. All you did was throw 20 bucks at it. You know what I'm saying? So even if you just bought this and you said, all right, on to the next one, I'm just going to leave it there and forget about it. I'll check on it in 6 months and see what happens or something. This could be what happens to you right here, right? This could be what happens to you. What if you threw 5 cake at it? You know what I'm saying? What if you threw 5 cake at it? Now you got 31 million tokens, right? Now, 5 cake is easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a lot for most people, right? So, what does this say? Let's just put $23. 23 times 5, right? It's $115 of your hard-earned money, and that gives you 31 million tokens. All right. Let's do the math. 1 penny. Look at that. So for $115, if it ever hit 1 penny, right, you're looking at a big ass payday, man. You could literally become a millionaire off of spending a couple $100. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Cause look at that, $115. That's 5 cake. What if you bought 15 cake? You know, you're looking at $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at close to $1 million. That's crazy, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, they would look at something like this and they will say, "Look, man, Safe Moon, it's gonna take too long, man. I don't have time for that," and they'll completely skip over it. I've done it. But, you know, you got to get to the point where you're saying, you know what, this could be a cool project. Let me just at least get something in, and then see how it develops. You know, if it completely fails in the short term, you know, I only lost like $20. Say you only put that $20 in. I only lost $20. I stand a chance to make 60,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it, man. Don't put anything in that you're not willing to lose. That's just me. So I am very happy that you brought that up, Gio. I'm happy that you gave me that gem. Is it a gem? We don't know yet. But it could be a gem. You know what I'm saying? You never know. All right, let's go back to DeFi chain. Now, DeFi chain, if you don't know what DeFi is, man, right now DeFi is on fire. It's kind of like Binance, right? They are on fire, and things being built on that platform, any dApps, man, like it is going nuts. And DeFi chain is going to be one of my long-term holds. Now, if you are interested in holding DeFi, let me see. You would have to, excuse me. You would need to go over to Cake DeFi. You need to go over to Cake DeFi. And I'm going to use a shameless plug. I'm going to use a shameless plug. Let me use a shameless plug and give it to you. Give it to you guys. Now DeFi, like if you want to get DeFi, you have to join. You don't have to join Cake, but I would suggest joining Cake because they only have right now. They have a lot of liquidity mining, which is great. I'm telling you, right now, 3 years ago, this shit would have been a nightmare because you would have to do all this yourself. These liquidity pools, I don't even think they really existed back then for different pairs and things like that. Now it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's absolutely nuts. Look at that. They even got Doge. They even got a Doge pool. Pools are great, but you know, you got to have a pretty sizable, you know, just depending on what you're doing, you know, make sure you have some coin so you can make some coin. As you can see, rewards every 12 hours. They do have a lending service as well, and the masternode staking is really what you want if you're going with DeFi. I don't touch Dash personally. Oh man, it would have been so awesome to have a masternode in Dash years ago. Even years ago it was expensive, but DeFi for sure. Granted, a couple days ago, this was the coins available on sale was like 77,000. So now it's at 38,000. It's going lower on this platform, and literally all you do, you buy tokens and you freaking stake it. You just let it do its thing, man. Like that's how easy making passive income is if you get the right tokens and the right projects, man. You have to look at what the project does for the space. You can't just say, let me look at the price Oh shit, that's three. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, oh my god, look at the price, $3.35. I'm late. I'm so late. I should have got it at 10 cents. Nah, man, you can't look at it like that. You can't look at it like that. You have to look at what's your margin for, what's the margin for growth? If I got in right now, how can I make myself how would that make me profitable? Um, you got to look at it like that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if we decided not to jump into a coin because it was a couple dollars or more, like nobody would be making money, right? So yeah, I mean, check it out. Check it out, DeFi. It's going to be one of my long term holds because it's going to be a hold that's going to make some good passive income. Now, I'm going to go back to the site, stakingrewards.com. It's a pretty decent site. Um, it's not always as accurate, I would say, because sometimes it takes a little while for them to update like percentages and things like that. It just depends on the currency or on the asset. So for example, let's go to DeFi. Let's go to DeFi chain. See if it's updated. And this, once I study a project, this is usually what I do. If I can find it on here, I'll usually go with it. And I kind of cross-reference with actual website to see if the percentages are correct. As you can see, it's pretty much stable, easy complexity. Rewards are pretty good, but like I said, you have to kind of, obviously you don't have enough to run a node, but it could get expensive, man. It could get expensive. What was my? I can't remember what my goal was for this. But let's just see. So we know DeFi is they're at like 344. So as you can see right here, it kind of breaks down the staking rewards for you. If you were to at least have 1,000 tokens, you're looking at, if you were to get it, I mean, obviously things are going to change as far as whenever you decide to purchase. Could go up, could go down, but 1,000 tokens right there, it's going to cost you about $3,500 or so, give or take, whenever you decide to purchase. Now, if you come over here and you kind of look at the staking rewards, you're looking at about $112 in DeFi tokens a month just off of letting it stake. And yearly, you see about this amount of reward. Now, again, this is projected. This is not, obviously, prices change every single day. Yo, what's up? What is it? How do you say your name? GUI? Is it Gooey? I can't say it. I don't want to butcher it. I think I already butchered it. You said a really interesting point of view, man. I'm here before you grew up like Dogecoin. Yeah, this guy give good advice. I try to give good advice. I mean, like I said, I could give some bad advice. Who knows? I could probably not even know what I'm talking about. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just things that I'm doing. But you can look at those rewards, right? Now, depending on, how much you have to invest, I look at things in goals. Somebody would say, well, dude, that's not worth it. You're going to spend $3,400 on 1,000 DeFi tokens, and it's only going to make you $112 a month. Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. You always have an ROI, right? You're always going to have an ROI. Now, what is the price of DeFi going to be next month? Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the price of DeFi is going to be next month. Nobody knows what the price of DeFi is going to be in 6 months. I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. Bitcoin can drop back down to 5,000 tomorrow, and everybody be like, why? What happened? So you don't know. When you look at these things, you look at the project, you look at what they're trying to do, and you try to see, okay, could this thing scale? How high could it scale? And, you know, what kind of solution is it giving the market? What is it trying to implement that could help the market? If it helps significantly, people will jump on it, man. And DeFi is taking off. You know, it's definitely proven itself right now, and it's good, man. It's good. And anything, like I said, anything on on Binance right now, I mean, it's fucking dope, man. I mean, come on, man. Come on. But anyway, imagine the price of this thing going up to like $10. You know, as you're just stacking. Remember, the whole point of staking. See this $112 that seems so measly because it's, you know, you're only getting 33 tokens. You wouldn't be saying that if this token was worth $40 and you were getting that a month. You'd be like, okay, well, it's not shit anymore. I just earned $33 for not doing it. You know, 33 tokens for not doing anything. You could take that 33 tokens if it was worth $40 every month and just sell it off. Or you can keep stacking your tokens. Me, I would like to get to a point with a certain token. So like DeFi, it like in the long term, that's not good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. In the long term, I would like to have at least 3,000, maybe 3 to 5,000 tokens, and I would probably be good at bumping 1,000 at first and adding to it later. But ultimately, when it comes to DeFi, I would, like I said, 5,000, anywhere between 3 and 5,000 tokens before, like around this price point. I don't want it or lower, lower the better. Simply because, like I said, you're looking at a better return. So now, when you look at it, $393. Again, some people may say, man, it's not worth it, man. Look, you spent all that money, you're only getting this back a year. Again, ROI. Everything has an ROI. You might not get it back in a year. And if you do get it back in a year, it's probably something fishy going on with what you're investing in. And you probably won't make it until your ROI. Just saying. Now imagine if you had several of similar projects going on. Here you're making almost $400, you know what I'm saying, a month. You're rolling with this is another token I'm down with, obviously Uniswap. They're not going to reflect the correct rewards. As you can see, it's down to 3.31. That doesn't really reflect. Like days ago, it would have gave you the reward balance from other stuff. It would give you like the real reward balance. Now it's not doing it, so I can't really show you. But let's see if I still got Pancake. Again, so Pancake is a really good one. It's taken off big time. Right now, that's why I said right now it's probably the time to jump in on Pancake early. Because in the short amount of time that it's been around, look at that. It's gone from $10 and it's already doubled in price. And that's from March 20th, and today is the 19th. It's crazy because it offers a great service. It offers a really good service. So that's why people are jumping on it. You see what I'm saying? Like it offers the space a good service, cuts down on transfer fees. Like it's dope. So that's what I'm saying. So, ideally, this would be my goal. 1,000 cake, right? And as you can see, 1,000 cake is a ton of money, right? So, let's just go with $24. It's a lot of money. $24,000, man. Right? So let's take it down a little bit. Look at what 1,000 cake would earn you in passive income right now. $1,900 a month. 81 cake for sitting on your ass and doing nothing, man. $37,000 projected for the year. Now, I did say you got to be careful with things like this. You spent 24 and you're looking to gain 37 at the end of the year and a 1 year ROI. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, and technically, if it were to be like this, you would get your ROI before that year ended. Before that year ended, you would hit your ROI. Considering that this continues to rise in value, if it keeps rising in value, then you're just as good. I think ideally mine would be probably like around 500. Let's see. I don't know how much I would be willing to spend on cake, but I would spend. I think this is going to be another one of my long-term holds, simply because I mean these projects, these exchanges are crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They're crazy, and something to look forward to getting into. And with $12,000, you're looking at making around 955. So I mean, and let's just say you don't want to spend that much. Say you just want like 200. Look at that. You want to make an extra $7,000 a year, $382 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do that, 200 times 24. It's $4,800, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there is like a couple hundred ether, right? Now let me talk to you about something. Let me talk to you about something that we all miss out on some of these projects, man. Like, we come too late. We didn't pay attention, or we didn't really listen to what was going on, so we left it alone. And I did that with VeChain. And this is what happened. Obviously, I never really cared about VeChain. Look at that. When it came out, one effing penny, bro. And it's sitting at 23 cents right now. Yesterday it was like at 25 cents. Right? Now I passed up on this. And me and my uncle both were talking about this years ago. When it first came out, 2018. We were talking about it. He was like, F this, man. I'm trying to get a master node. And at the time, or it still is the same way. At the time, they didn't even have nodes for it right away. But I think he bought right off the bat, bought 1 million tokens at 1 penny, right? At 1 penny. It's $10,000. Now, he didn't buy it all at once. I'm sorry. But he bought enough to save up for. It took him a little while. It took him like almost a year to get up to 1 million tokens. And once the staking came out, he started staking it in the wallet. And when you stake this token, it does not give you more VeChain tokens. It doesn't give you more VeChain tokens. It gives you VThor, and VThor is like the gas. So you got Ethereum, you got gas. You know what I'm saying? VeChain has VThor. So if you just put your VeChain in a wallet, it will automatically start generating a certain calculated amount of VThor for every VeChain that you have on a 24-hour basis. So you make VThor. VThor, the price point of VThor yesterday was like 2 pennies. I think it was like 2 cents. Let me see if I can find VThor. There we go. VThor, still 2 cents, right? So every day you're making off 1 million tokens. I forgot what it was, but I might be able to find it. Let me see. Let me see it. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. All right, come on, thing. What the? All right, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone. Let me open the VeChain wallet. Okay. So let's go to rewards. Hmm. Okay. So you earn 0.000432 VThor tokens per VeChain every single day. So let's multiply this as if you had a masternode, you had 1 million tokens. My uncle is doing this now. You're getting 432 VThor tokens a day. If you were having a masternode right now, let's multiply that by 0 to $8.64. You see, this is when I looked at it, I was just like, this is stupid. This is dumb, right? This is dumb. You know, I spent over $10,000, and the only thing I can do, the only thing that you can do really is hope for the VThor to go up significantly, to really make some money off of your passive, what you're building passively. Because to me, passively earning with VeChain right now is garbage. It's just my opinion. Could be wrong, but as you can see from the graph, I mean, come on. The highest it was at when it first came out, 30 cents, right? So imagine then if you were making 30 cents. That would be pretty damn good, right? 30-cent token, that's great. But now it's at 2 cents, man. 2 cents. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't at 24 cents. It was 0.032. So, I mean, it's doing better than it was, but if you can look at it, it was dead for quite a long time. So imagine having all that time and not really making anything. So to me, the only real value with VeChain right now is the actual token itself, because it's worth more. So right now, I told him yesterday, I said, man, first of all, I told him thank you. I told him thank you because the 400. So I passed up on VeChain. He stacked it. I was like, I don't really want it. And then last year, he was trying to get me back into doing crypto heavy again because I fell off and I was just doing Coinbase, buying some shit, letting it sit there. He was trying to talk me back into getting into crypto hardcore, and I was like, I don't know. And when I looked at the price, he was like, did you ever buy VeChain? I said, yeah, I bought some last year when you talked to me about it again. He said, well, how much did you buy? I said, I only bought like $400 worth at the time. So last September, I bought $400 worth of VeChain. And again, I just threw it at it because I felt like I had already missed the boat. But let's see. That VeChain as of right now is worth, I think it gave me like 17,000. It gave me 17,000 tokens at the time, and right now it's worth $3,920.28. So, as you can see, what I'm talking about is that I threw $400 at that. It's now worth over $3,900, right? To me, that is a win. Now, am I going to stay in VeChain? No, I'm not going to stay in VeChain, and I'm going to tell you why. I already missed the boat. I don't have anywhere near 1 million tokens to make it profitable, in my opinion. Yesterday it was up to 25 cents. Look at that. It's up 23 cents today. I told my uncle, I said, dude, why don't you just sell it right now? just sell it. Why don't you just sell it right now? He has well over 1 million tokens now. Um, but yeah, you know, he only stakes 1 million, and the rest of it sits. 1 second, 1 second. My bad. Business call. All right, so yeah, I told him, I said, dude, just sell that shit. Because he's been talking about, he's living in Florida right now. He's been talking about getting out of there, and he wants to go back to like the Virgin Islands or either Indonesia or South America. Because of the cost of living, and he enjoys his time in those areas. So I just told him, dude, he's tired of his job. Like, you know, he's just tired of that whole hustle, and he just kind of wants out and to go do something else, start over somewhere else. So I told him, I said, dude, just sell the 1 million tokens, man. Just sell them. He's like, nah, I'm still trying to wait, because he's waiting for that big payday, right? He's waiting for that big payday. He's waiting for a VeChain to eventually go to $1 or 50 cents. He said $1. He's trying to hold till $1. But right now, if he sold it, he's looking at around $230,000. For a lot of you, me, myself included, you may very well just say, you know what? I'm just going to dump him, right? But if you take that, if you want to take that risk, you know, and you say, well, you know, what if it hit 50 cents? What if it hit 50 cents? You know, what are you looking at? Looking at 500. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he's waiting for it to hit that million. I mean, that dollar mark, because literally you'll be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that's the risk you take. Look at how long VeChain has been around. Talking about 2018 to now. That's 1, 2, and we're in our 3rd year. If we're already close to around 25 cents, it hit 25 cents yesterday, and it's been 3 years, is it realistic to think that maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, the value would rise to close to 50 cents? It's very possible. Very possible. It's also possible for it to tank back down to where it started. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you have to kind of look at these things and say, all right, what's the probability? This thing's been dead for a long time. Like, what made it just spark now? It sparking now is a good indicator that people are using the infrastructure. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these projects, when they start, they're like this for quite a while, because nobody really, you know, you got to wait and see what they're actually doing. If it looks promising, if they're making actual headway into being successful. And then when you start producing those kind of fruit, people start to notice, and they say, all right, let's get involved. Let's get involved. And then this is what happens. So it could be very well on the up and up, but the only thing that concerns me is the curve. Look at it. I mean, it's just gone straight to the moon, technically. I mean, it just went bonkers, and it's not showing any signs of really dipping. So that's why I said, you know, if you were holding VeChain, you know, congratulations. You're in a good spot, and you know, you can cash out now, man, and be happy. if I cashed out $250,000 right now, I'd be happy as hell. If it doubled in price and I got 500,000, I would be even happier. Would I be kicking myself in the ass and be like, I should just held on to it? Of course. Who's not going to do that? 230,000 or 500,000. You know what I'm saying? But that's where patience comes in, and that's where you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to stay on this regardless until it hits this price point, and then I'm out. You just got to do that, man. You got to do that. You got to do it for yourself, and you got to be smart about it. All right, guys. So one thing I want to talk about. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. Uniswap, right? Uniswap, I'm not going to lie to you. I used the platform, but I never really cared about exchange tokens. And one of the things that really made me, well, I would say this. I didn't care about exchange tokens until I looked and saw how easy they are to use and how easy it is in life to just use one of these platforms to change out your tokens and not have to worry about, if you go with a traditional exchange like Binance, you're doing all this, you're doing all this extra shit. Look at this. Imagine you got to come over here, right? You got to come to Demex. See, it's traditional. You got to sign in. Not only do you got to sign in, you got to prove your identity with KYC, and then once you do that, then you got to put your money into the wallet that's on the exchange, and then once you do that, then you can set up your order, right? And then once you buy it, and then you got to take that, then you got to send it back to another wallet, and every single time you're doing these transactions, you're paying a fee, right? It sucks. So when you're looking at something like Uniswap and the tokens on their platform, on their exchange, you literally can just be like, oh, okay, I'm connecting my MetaMask or my wallet, and pulls up your tokens in that wallet, and you say, oh, okay, well, I just want to go ahead and use my ETH, and I want to buy some Shiba, some Shiba Inu, let's just say you put in one, like, okay, I'm going to buy some ether amount of 1 ether amount of Shiba token. So, and you just do that, right? And then you just hit the next one that says, go ahead and do it. And it's so easy. They make it so much easier, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper fees. So this is a no-brainer in my opinion. And when you have exchanges like Uniswap, 1inch Exchange, which is on the up and coming, these things make life easier, and that's why people use them. Also, you have to take advantage of the airdrops that a lot of these tokens have. Again, I didn't really think that exchange tokens were that useful in the space, but when you look at Binance, where they started, I mean, let's look at Binance. Let's look at BNB real quick. Almost $500 a coin today. It took a little dip, but look at this. Look at this shit. 2017. 10 cents, man. 10 cents. Look at how much it's worth today. You see what I'm saying? So when you see things like Uniswap and you got in late, you're not too late, but you got in later, right? You look at when they released their token last year. Look at that. $2.85, man. $2.85. That's a steal, dude. That's a steal for that token at that price, considering you're looking at Binance, where it took them even longer, and they're one of the best exchanges in the world right now. The fees are low. It's just almost a bulletproof ecosystem right now for Binance. So you look at it, to me, in my opinion, they have a better curve. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a steady, normal curve. Up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's still climbing. So when I look at things like Uniswap, I look at I look at things like Binance. Again, Binance offers a strong solution to the crypto game. Their platform and the tokens that are being run off their platform are very successful because of Binance network being so successful. And so when I look at Uniswap, when I look at its price, I don't really see what its true value is. I feel like its value should be anywhere half of Binance or 3/4 of Binance pricing, in my opinion. I feel like it has that kind of potential, and I feel like it's eventually going to move there. And you just got to hold on for the ride. And so I say that to say this: I've got 400 in my wallet, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to sell any of them. I might sell like 100, but when V3 comes out, I'm staking the rest of it. I'm just gonna let it continue to make me more Uniswap coins. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it make me more Uniswap tokens. Right? I got 400 right now. Right? 400, and we can take the price point now. Right? Take the price point now. All right, 400 times 30, $12,000. Now you're probably asking me, what did I pay? Well, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what happened, man. I never bought a Uniswap token in my life. Like I said, I didn't care about it. I just liked the platform. Didn't really give a shit about it. But I've used their platform since last year, before the token came out, or when the token came out. So I was good. I was fine. But because I used the platform over and over and over again, you become eligible to receive an airdrop. Right. Now I was talking to my uncle yesterday, and I asked him. I said, you use Uniswap, right? And he said, yeah, I use Uniswap. And I'm like, oh, okay, did you ever get an airdrop? He said, yeah, I got airdrop, like last year or something like that. I was like, oh, did you ever keep it? He said, nah, man, I didn't keep it. I sold it. He said, I sold it when it was, like $5 or $6 or something like that. And, just never looked back. I just used the platform from time to time. And I was like, oh, okay. I told him, I said, well, I didn't care about Uniswap until the other day when I somehow saw the notification to collect my 400 Uniswap tokens. And to be honest, I never looked at Uniswap tokens. And so I kept seeing this damn notification. See, if you go up here to your right and you click the three dots and you're on the Uni exchange, it'll say claim Uni, right? You click on it, you put in your address, your Ethereum address or your MetaMask address, or whatever you use, Trust Wallet or whatever. I don't know. It just depends on whatever you use. You use that, and it will tell you if your account is eligible for an airdrop. And if it is, you just hit claim Uni. Now I've seen this for like the last week. Every time I'm on Uniswap, and I kept seeing it, and I was like, I thought it was spam. Honestly, I thought it was spam. A box would pop up here, and it would say, claim your Uni. And I'm like, look, I'm not clicking on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to switch my tokens. I don't care about no pop-up. It looks like spam. And I did that shit for a week. Right? And then I switched over my MFG. For the Shiba Inu tokens the other day, and when I did that, I had to wait for the transaction, and I had to pay gas fees, which pissed me off. So I had to transfer $100 in Ether to my MetaMask in order to swap out these tokens, MFG and Shiba. And when I did that, like I said, I had to wait for the transaction. And while I was waiting for the transaction, I still see this dumbass box right up here on the right. And I'm just like, all right, man, let me see how much this shit's gonna cost. And I clicked on it. It was like, oh, okay. To complete this transaction, you got to pay like $30 in gas prices. At that point, I was like, fuck that. I'm not paying $30 for some fucking useless coins. And so I ignored it. I came back like an hour later and I still see it. I just want to make sure I got my coins, my Shiba tokens, and I still see it. Well, at this point, I'm just like, you know what? F it. Let me get my Uniswap tokens and call it a day. Well, I did that, and then at some point during the day, I was like, you know what? Let me go check out Uniswap. Let me see what these tokens are worth. You know, they're probably worth like pennies, maybe a couple dollars. You know, whatever. So I come, and at the time, it was like, I think it was like $34. So you're talking about almost $14,000 when I checked it. that that I had just got. And Uniswap, I was blown away. I was like, what? What the hell? Like, what was like, what have I been doing? You know what I mean? Like, so I started looking at, that's why I started looking into these exchange tokens. I think another big one that might take off is going to be 1inch. Most people, I still think that you're still good if you were like to go with like Atomic Wallet and stuff like that. Atomic Wallet is very, 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 very good investment. Crypto.com is a very, very good investment. Though people are a little weary about Crypto.com, but they're doing everything right as far as legality, and they're showing that they're legitimate. But these wallets, these tokens, like these are all evolutions of like things like what do you call it, Exodus wallet and things like that, where they started implementing exchanges on their platform to make things easier again. And so like I said, these exchanges, they're going to be extremely, extremely valuable in the space. And because that's what the crypto game is moving towards. It's moving towards that. So you move with it, or you're going to eventually move with it anyway. I have a feeling that these other traditional exchanges, I don't think they're ever going to go away. But at the same time, I think that people are going to find better value using other things on the network that minimize cost. So, for example, you're using Ethereum, right? It might be more profitable to use a platform on the Ethereum blockchain that limits the amount of fees. If they do that very successfully, and let's say it would cut down your gas prices in half, then you know what? People are going to flock to that program. That they're going to flock to that project because of the value that it gives to the community. I want cheaper gas fees. So guess what? I'm going to use this platform. And that's why a lot of people are using Uniswap, because I think V3, they're going to try to tackle all of the issues with the gas fees. If they can do that, Uniswap's value, I guarantee you, is going to rise above $100. It's going to hit 60, 70, 80, and it's going to hit 100, and it's going to level out. People are going to chill with it. And I just think that it offers a great solution to the space. And it's very, very undervalued. And I think it's going to sit around this price just for a little bit before I would tell you after May 5th, I think that the value is going to go up very, very quickly. If they can solve some of the issues with the gas prices. Excuse me. Okay. But anyway, let us move on. So I wanted to bring up people who, I stayed up all night, right? Trying to figure out how the hell to buy PancakeSwap. And it looks easy until you start trying to do it, right? It looks very, very easy. Not gonna lie. It looks easy. Okay. So when you're here on PancakeSwap website, it asks you to connect a wallet. Now, I tried to do Trust Wallet last night. It said it was unsupported. I was pissed, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's go back. Let's use MetaMask. So if you want to connect your MetaMask wallet, you got to open it up, switch it from the Ethereum mainnet. You got to go down to Binance Smart Chain mainnet. This allows you to operate on the Binance network. As you can see, BNB, Cake, and Loon. I added Loon just to make sure that I was doing everything correctly. As you see, I have a little bit of balance because I was doing some testing. So once you connect this, right? Once you connect this, you will have your BNB and your Cake, right? Now, to purchase Cake or to purchase Cake, you need to first have BNB. You have to have it. There's no way around it, because to pay for Cake, you have to use the BNB token, and the BNB token also allows you to pay for the transfer fees or the gas fees that you pay in BNB. So to buy Cake, you need BNB. To buy SafeMoon, you need BNB or Cake. Doesn't matter. Whatever they offer on here, this is what you can use to do your swapping. Right. So I was like, oh, okay, that's easy. Let me just send some BNB to my address, my wallet. Right. So you go ahead and click your copy to clipboard, but I soon realized, wait a minute, it's not going to let me transfer BNB because you have to buy BNB on an exchange, right? You got to buy BNB on an exchange. And I was so mad because Binance is not open to United States. It's not open. If you use Binance, you have to use a VPN. Well, I don't want to use a VPN because at sometimes when I use a VPN, I try to exit out of everything like Google, whatever is important to you, because as soon as you switch to a VPN, they're going to think that somebody is trying to break into your account, and they'll shut everything down, and you'll have to verify everything to get back into your account. It's a pain in the ass. Trust me. So I was trying to figure out, how the hell do I buy BNB? Right? First issue is that I noticed I can't get a Binance, my Binance web wallet, my wallet address, because OXC is considered a Ether address. Well, how do I have BNB on the smart chain network, but I don't have a BNB address? I was trying to figure it out. And then I came up upon a solution. I said, oh, okay, well, if I can't buy BNB with my MetaMask, I'm going to go to crypto.com and buy BNB. Well, I tried to do that. And for some reason last night, it just wasn't working. Like, let me see. It wasn't working for me. I don't know what was going on, but I bought some Binance, and then for some reason it was not letting me withdraw the Binance. I don't know why. It was just really pissing me off. And yeah. So then my next walk around was like, okay, well, I will buy some Ether and I will use a different wallet, because if you can look on here, when you connect your wallet, it says you can use different wallets. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll download the Trust. I'll download the Trust wallet, because I have a BNB address on there. I'll just use that address. So I tried to send the Ether. Over to my BNB because you can't really swap it. If you try to go over here to like Uniswap, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, right? Because it's cross-chain. Ethereum network, Binance network, it doesn't work. So I was like, how the hell do I do this? It was really, really making me mad. So eventually I got on my Trust wallet, and I was able through Trust to buy well, you can't buy BNB on the Trust wallet. So what I did was, what did I do? How did I get how the hell did I get Binance on this wallet? I'm trying to remember. Bear with me. That's what I did. So I found CoinSwitch, right? And I was testing. On CoinSwitch, right? On CoinSwitch, they will do the transaction for you. What do I mean by that? So, say you want to throw some Ethereum in there. You want to buy Binance. So what you do is, I put in my Ethereum address from my crypto.com wallet, and I use my Binance wallet on the Trust wallet to send it to. And I was a little upset because it happened, it worked, but last night when I sent it, as soon as I sent it, it told me that the status was timed out, and I was pissed because basically I lost 0.13 ether. And so I sent in a ticket, and I was like, hey, I sent the money, but it timed out. Now I'm stuck. I don't have my ether back. So it looks like they fixed it, obviously, and gave me my money. But when you use CoinSwap, you put that in. When you hit exchange, well, I have to use the addresses. I'm not going to do that. So when you hit exchange, it will send you to another screen. The screen will tell you, send this amount of ETH to this address. So you send amount of ETH to a specific Ether address, and they make the switch for you, which is cool, right? So awesome. I click it, I get into my Trust wallet. I see the BNB there, and I'm like, okay, dope. Now I'm going to go back to Pancake, and I'm going to connect my Trust wallet, you know what I'm saying, to get my BNB now. Well, I tried to do that, and I don't know if you can see it. Let me try. Let me go back to the Ethereum network so it can log me out. See how it says connect? So I was like, okay, finally got my BNB in my Trust wallet. Let me click Trust wallet. Boom. Unsupported chain ID. Unsupported chain ID error. Check your chain ID. I was like, what? Are you serious? I just spent all this time trying to get BNB onto my Trust wallet so I can use it on this freaking website. And now it's not working. So I was really pissed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? So my walk around, experimenting. I went to the Binance because I thought I was going to have to use a VPN at this point. So I went and I typed in Binance.us. I have a Binance.us account. But again, you do have a BNB wallet on there. But I didn't want to test sending BNB from the Trust to the Binance.us wallet. I didn't want to do that because I was like, I don't want to do it and it doesn't work anymore. Again, I'm going to be pissed. So then I happened to find Binance wallet, the Binance chain wallet. And this is a extension web wallet, right? That you can get kind of like MetaMask, completely separate. You can open up a wallet right away. They give you an account. So this right here, when you open up your web wallet, it's automatically on the Binance chain network. So you're operating right on the Binance chain network, right? And now you have a BNB address, right? So this is what I thought was really cool. I noticed it here on Pancake. Where'd Pancake go? Oh, okay, it's right here. I'm tripping. So I noticed this tab right here said bridge. I was like, what is bridge? And bridge, wow. See, it tells you right here. It seems you are accessing Binance.org from an IP address that belongs to one of the following countries. So if you're in any of these countries, it's not going to let you use it. So I was like, well, what the hell is bridge? Oh, you can use Bridge to basically send your ETH and convert it into Binance coin, and you'll be good to go. You'll be able to just do it like that. So easy, right? But again, if you're in the US, you're not going to be able to use it. So I was like, what the fuck? So I had to figure out how it gives you Binance tokens. And I saw this right here, Binance Smart Chain Network. So technically, when you send your Ethereum from your Ethereum address, you can't buy BNB directly. It has to go through like a middleman. And that middleman, once it converts your Ethereum into BEP20. I know it's confusing. That BEP20 is the equivalent to a BNB token, right? So that's how you're able to connect your MetaMask directly to the Pancake website. That's how you're able to do it. So what I did was, I know it's confusing. What I did was I downloaded the wallet, right? And right here, you're on the Binance Chain Network. So I sent my Binance, I sent my BNB coin from my Trust wallet. I sent just a little bit to test it, and I sent it to my new Binance, what do you call it? My new Binance Chain wallet. So there is the activity. I sent it in to test it out. It works. Then I started to realize, I wonder if I can send this token, this BNB token, to my smart network chain, and it converts it. So this is what I did. I went here to my Binance Smart Chain Network. Now this is how they do the swap here off Pancake using the bridge. So I clicked on Binance Smart Chain Network, and I realized, oh, okay. So I actually have a smart chain network for Binance Coin. It's right here, right? And if you click on this, it'll take you direct to the blockchain for Binance. And as you can see, this smart chain network has a Ethereum address. So I was like, oh, okay, weird. Let me try this. So what I did was I went back. I copied this address right here. I went back to Binance Chain Network with my BNB, and I hit send. Now I'm going to try to send Binance. I'm going to send my BNB to the smart chain address. And that's what I did, right? Lo and behold, I sent it. So now I check it, and it's super fast too. I check it, and there it is. I got it. I received it, and I was like, holy shit. So the next thing I did was, right, now I had BNB under my smart chain network, right? So now I went back. My bad. I don't know why that's not working. All right. So now I went back to my MetaMask. You have to be under the Binance Smart Chain Network, same as this wallet, as your Binance Smart Chain Network wallet. So I sent some that was here in my Smart Chain Network over to my MetaMask Binance Smart Chain Network. And the way you do that is you literally take your Ethereum address and you do the same exact thing with Binance. You're under the Smart Chain Network. You send some of your token to your Ethereum, your MetaMask Ethereum address. And once you do that, it gives you your BNB. You have to be under the Binance Smart Chain mainnet, though. You have to be. So as you can see, it did send over BNB. And when you check that, now you can check on Pancake to see if your BNB actually transferred. And that's what it's doing right here. So as you can see, it's tracking my balance of BNB from my MetaMask. I did this without having to use a VPN, right? It took a little bit more time to figure it out, but you do not need a VPN to buy BNB if you're in the United States. You can do it without a VPN, right? You can do it without a VPN. I just showed you. So now, if you want to buy anything on the BNB network using the swap feature on Pancake, which is what most people do, you got to remember some of these tokens, like what was that? Oh shit, what is that? SafeMoon, right? So some of these tokens like SafeMoon, they're only going to be available on the Pancake Swap platform, on the Binance Chain Network. So what do? You got to say, oh, okay, so now I can go through the whole process again, right? I could buy more BNB from my Trust wallet, and I could send it directly to my main wallet here. And then I can do the conversion by sending my regular BNB, converting it to smart network chain BNB, and then sending that over to my MetaMask in order to fund my pancakes. It's super, super easy if you just look at my my little tutorial. I'm going to release another tutorial that's shortened so you don't have to watch the whole live stream and do it. I'm going to release a little tutorial to do it. Very, very easy. I'll show you exactly how I do it. And you'll be able to do it. I mean, it's so easy now. So now a lot of the people who have been wanting to buy Pancake, when they start getting into that thing and they're like, oh, well, shit, how do I buy it? And they start getting discouraged because it's like, oh, shit, I can't buy anything from Binance. It will not let you buy BNB from Binance.us. It won't let you do it. It just won't let you do it at all. So you have to be smart about it. And I found a walk around. It took me a very long time last night. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure it out. And I finally figured it out. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my VeChain. I think I'm going to sell my VeChain or convert it. I think I'm going to sell my VeChain or convert it. Is it Simple Swap? I'm telling you, man, these exchanges like this is Simple Swap, right? With Simple Swap, I believe, let me check. With my Simple Swap, I believe I can directly send my swap my VeChain. I can swap it for Bitcoin. I don't know. Can I do direct BNB? That would be, can't do that. That would be dope. That would be absolutely dope. So it looks like I might have to, I don't know. What can I buy with, what's the easiest? Obviously you can't get cake. I don't know why I did that. What is the easiest currency to use right now? Easiest currency. It's probably gonna be Ether, honestly, to tell you the truth. Oh, so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah. I think I would have to do Ethereum. Yeah, I think I would have to do Ethereum. So that 17,000 would give me like 1.79 Ethereum. I would take that Ethereum and probably send that Ethereum to my Binance address, I'm guessing. Let me double check real quick. Let me see. Let me see if I could trade ETH for BNB directly on the platform. No. Damn, how did I do that? How did I do that? So I have to figure that out. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. So let me go to CoinSwitch. It looks like I'll have to use CoinSwitch again. So that's what I'll probably end up doing. What I'll end up doing is I'll send that VeChain Ether to my Trust wallet, and then I'll just have to set up and use CoinSwitch Pro and send that Ethereum over and swap it using their platform to BNB. I'll send that BNB. I can send that BNB now directly to my Binance wallet if I wanted to. I can do that and then do the conversion from there. Let's see what 1 point. How much was it? Let me go back to CoinSwap. Simple swap. See, as the market changes, you kind of want to be quick about what you're doing so you can get the most out of what you're spending. So I would take that, what I can get out of VeChain. Of course, you're going to have to pay fees, which is going to be huge with Ethereum. Unbelievable, right? And hold on real quick. All right. So yeah, so that would net me about almost 7.5 BNB, right? So this is what I'm talking about right here. Using your other investments to fund other lucrative projects. So with that, I would log into my Binance wallet. It's going to be right here on the Binance Chain network, the regular network. It would come here. It would show almost 7.5 BNB, right? From there, I would do the same exact thing. I would send this amount to my Binance Smart Chain Network address, which is this. I would do that. So I'm back on the main network. I would send from my BNB address all of my BNB to my Smart Chain Network. To my Smart Chain Network. Oh wait, I wonder if I can bypass. No, I guess I can't. I don't know. So I would do something like that. And I would send it over. Once it's done being sent, all I have to do is switch from the blockchain, the Binance Chain Network, over to the Binance Smart Chain Network. And then I would see all my coin right here. From there, I would send it to my MetaMask Binance Smart Chain Network. Just transfer it over. I would copy this, my Ethereum address. Since it's on the Smart Chain Network, I can do that. And then copy that. I would send it. Boom. Send over the amount. And once I'm done, easy peasy. Logging into my MetaMask under the Binance Smart Chain Network mainnet. All my new BNB tokens would be right here. Now, the downside is that you're paying a fee every single time you're doing a transaction. It's okay. BNB is super fast, super cheap. Let me see if I can actually show you what it cost. Huh, that's weird. I guess mainly because it's Let me see if I can show you what it cost to complete that. See, network fee, 0.000105 BNB. Super cheap, and it's super fast, man. It's really, really fast. And so that's what you do. Once you get it into your MetaMask, man, you are good to go on PancakeSwap or anything else that's on there. You connect your wallet through your MetaMask, and now all of your BNB will be right here under your balance. You simply take that and you can swap out for different tokens. You swap out for Pancake. You can buy your cake, and now you can be a part of the platform. So once you get your cake, you can go back to your home or you go back to your pools, and you can enter the cake pool. You start staking your cake right then and there. Now they have a lot more other things that you can stake, obviously, that are on the Binance network. Some pretty cool things. I would say take your time, look through them. Oh shit. This is one that I'm trying to get into, a freaking sap. Now I am staking. I wonder how more profitable it would be. Damn, that is so weird. How did they do that? Is there a weird? So I'm guessing there's another how does that even work? What? That's something new. I've never seen that before. How do you add? That's insane. There's no way. I didn't know you can stake Switch on here. That makes me a little excited. Did I not? What? Either I'm ignorant or I had no idea Switch was on the Binance network. What the hell? I didn't know that. So anyway, that's new to me. I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, you can jump into a pool with your cake, or you can buy any of these other tokens and jump in on their pool. And now you're staking, man. You're staking, and you're gonna be making rewards without having to do much of anything. I saw this too. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's that easy. It's that easy. Once you're done staking, it's automatically going to be in your wallet, your MetaMask wallet, so you don't have to worry about taking it out and doing all this extra shit. It's going to be just like Uniswap, man. It's going to be just like Uniswap. Where is it at? Where's Uni? Where you switch over your tokens, and then bam, it's in there. You don't have to worry about, let me send it to my wallet and do this and that. You don't have to worry about all that. It's already going to be there. And that's it, man. That's how you buy cake. And you'll be one step ahead of other people who want to buy it, but they can't figure it out. I just gave you the secret. You know what I'm saying? I just gave you the secret. You can do this now too. Some of you are not going to do it because you're like, it's too many steps, man. I ain't got time for all that. That's good. I'm glad you don't have time to make money, because I do. I do, damn it. I want to make money. Let me see. What would that give us? How many cake would that give us? Let's see. Let's go to the exchange. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna let me do it, but let's see what about 7.5 Binance. How much cake that would give me? Babooyah. Look at that. You give me about 164, right? About 164, right? That's dope. So if you want to calculate your rewards, you can go over to the pool. You can use their numbers if you would like. APR is about 98%. Now let's go back over to CoinSwap. Not CoinSwap, sorry, stakingrewards.com, and let's refresh and see if it is matching the website as far as reward percentages. If it's not, it's okay. It's still close enough. If Pancake Swap website says it's a little more than what staking rewards is tracking, it's okay. You know what I mean? They're giving you a little bit lower thing, but you know that it's worth a little bit more as well on the website. So as it takes forever to refresh, you can also look at this percentage of eligible tokens that are being staked. 41%. We're approaching 51% of Pancake is being staked. That's really, really good. That means people see the value and they're going to hold this coin because they see the value. And this is going to continue to rise. And as it rises and gets higher and higher, the rewards percentage will get lower and lower. And then you'll be one of those people that says, fuck, man, I should have grabbed some Pancake when it was low. Because this value is going to rise as well. As more and more get staked, the value is going to rise. And that's going to happen. Trust me. So now let's go back. And our Binance coin gave us about 164. I hate this thing. All right. Change the term to 1 year. Let's just say we're going to be super diligent. And we're not going to touch our Pancake. We're going to just leave it in there. Even if you let's try 90 days. Like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. All right. So 1 year. Off of that free investment that you just took from, if I'm going to take the V chain and sell it, I'm looking at about 164 cake that I didn't really have to pay for completely with my money, right? I invested $400 originally into V chain. It turned into basically $4,000. I'm now taking that $4,000 and I'm converting it over to cake, right? Now that $4,000 that I just converted over to cake, that's now making me about $305 a month in cake. That's nuts, right? So at the end of the month, I'll have more cake in my pocket. And I'm just going to keep passively making money, because more than likely the price of cake is going to go up. It's going to go up. And when I get to the point where I have the amount of coins that I want, maybe when I get 200, I'll be making some more, right? Look at that, a month. And I'm just going to keep rolling it over. I'm going to keep rolling it over. I might get a little weak and I might buy, I might get a little weak and I might buy, I might spend another ether or so on some more cake, because ultimately this is what I want right here. Ultimately, that's what I want. I want 500 cake just maxing and relaxing in the pool, making me money. And look, at the end of the month, I can say, you know what? Let me take this 40 cake. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. Somebody's delivering something. But let me take that 40 cake. Let me convert it. You know what I'm saying? Let me convert that cake. Let me see. Can we convert? Let me see if we can convert that cake. All right, so we would have to convert that cake back to, let's see. Let's convert 40 cake to ether, right? And when I do this, the way it should happen is this ether balance should automatically, when I switch it, the ether balance should automatically switch over once I change from Binance Smart Chain Network mainnet back over to the Ethereum mainnet. So once I do that swap, when I hit Ethereum mainnet, that balance of this 0.42 should be in my Ethereum mainnet wallet right here. It should reflect. And then, like I said, you can take this from here. You can even do swap from Ethereum address, or I can go from directly from here, right? I go directly from there, and I can go to Uniswap, and I can change it out again, or I can do it from the MetaMask, right? And I can change it over to let's say I wanted to sell that cake, right? And I turned it into ETH, and now I want to take that ETH and turn it into some more Uniswap. So now I'm converting that cake back over to Uni, and look at that. Gave me 29 more Uni, and I can do that. Or I can simply just go from MetaMask, right? And I can send it to my Coinbase. I can send it to crypto.com if you have a credit card, a debit card from them. If you use a service that has a crypto debit card or something, you can send it there, like BitPay or something like that. But you can cash it out to fiat by sending it to one of the exchanges like Coinbase or something and directly depositing it into your account. You can do whatever you want with it. It's your money. But that's what I'm saying. You can make more moves. You could take that 29 or that Ethereum and bump it into something else, right? It just depends on what you're trying to do, man, because the money is here. You just have to do it. When I look at VeChain right now, I look at it as $4,000 I didn't have yesterday. Technically, I had it, but I didn't know about it. I forgot about it. And you can do that because I have projects that I want to jump on. I still need to purchase some DeFi, some more DeFi to put that into mining. So that's going to be a monthly earner. Because remember, you got to remember. So what was DeFi again? It was like $3 and some change or something like that to get 1,000 tokens. You're looking at, let's just put 344, $3,400. See what I'm saying? So I could technically take that money from VeChain, right, and put it into DeFi. Oops. At least get 1,000 tokens going, and that way, look at that. I'm making 33 a month. 112? No, it's not that much, but when you consider that it's staking for you, and it's still making you passive income of around that at the value price point that it is, that's good. Because now also you have Uniswap staking. I can't wait to see what the new rewards are going to be under V3. It's going to be freaking dope. This percentage was so much higher. It was, oh my God. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. I wish it still had the it was definitely not like that at all. But it was a lot more. But yeah, you're looking at 1,000 uni. Let's just put 400 in. So if I were to stake the 400 uni that I have now, right, for a year, I'm looking at almost $400 a month, right? And now, if I'm over at Pancake, right? If I'm over at Pancake and, I don't put my VeChain there, right? I don't put my VeChain there. Let's just say I bought VeChain. I bought Cake using, my own money or whatever, Ethereum. Say I buy that 164 that we were talking about. It's probably going to be, obviously that's more than one Ethereum. It's close to 2. But say I bought the 164 pancakes and I have them staking. That's another $300. So we're gonna try to calculate that real quick. 305 plus what is that? 397 plus, I think it was like what, like 112 plus 112. So right then and there, you're looking at $814, around that much in crypto assets that you're gaining every single month total. And like I said, with all of these total, you can cash out, you can reinvest, whatever you want to do, right? So some people would say, well, why don't you just go all in on Pancake? Why don't you just, use your uni and go over to Pancake since it's better staking rewards? And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, you have to be mindful. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And that's kind of the reason why I said, you know, space it out. You know what I'm saying? Space it out. Because yeah, I could swap all uni. Right? I can swap all uni for Pancake. I could do that. Right? I can swap all uni for cake. There we go. If I swapped all 400 uni for cake, it would give me 532, right? 532. So let's go over to stake and rewards again. Let's go ahead and just put, what was it? What did I say? 532. Let's put in 532 on the calculator. Let's see what happens. Kapuya. $989.46 average of what I would be getting just from PancakeSwap. That would take out all my Uniswap, right? Take all my Uniswap out, and I would still have the 1,000 DFI from the VeChain, that I would plan on selling, and that would give me about 112. So you would add that to you would add 112 to the, let's just say 990. Let's just say 990. And I would easily be making more money, right? The only bad thing why I would opt for having 3 assets versus 2 with that much money in it is simply because of the what do you call it? The cushion, or the caution factor. You know what I'm saying? Your money spread out over 3 assets more than likely is going to be better than having your money spread out with less assets, 2 or 1, because now you're depending on that one asset to continue to make you money, and if it drops, then you're suffering everywhere. But let's say, for example, I'm running 3 assets, these 3 assets. Let's just say Uniswap goes back down to like $10 a token. Now I'm hurting a little bit on that Uni because of the value went down. But if these 2 surge, I'm making up for it. You see what I'm saying? Until this can recover, I'm making up for it with these 2 alone. Now I'm just excluding all the other ones that I have, or that I have that I'm already staking, or that I'm already involved in. I'm just talking about these 3 here. Like, so that's what I'm saying. You can spread out your investment and really make it work. Don't get too caught up on just the big numbers and say, oh, look at this. Oh man, $1,000 extra a month. Oh man. Like, okay, that's great. But what if it goes down? Look at that. If I switch it over to that Uni token now, that I could be looking at this a year, almost 20 G's a year, right? Almost 20 G's a year. That's crazy, man. Or at least until it switches over. At least till the rewards change, right? That's why you got to take advantage of these reward systems. You got to take advantage of these pools. You just got to be careful. But if you do get in, you want to get in with a sizable income so you can make money. over the other people in the pool who don't have as much staked in. So those are things that you can do, guys. Again, if we were talking about long-term holds, these would be probably among the top ones that I can say right now that I would be dealing with, or that I am dealing with. The other one that I would throw in there would be this. Other thing that I would throw in there would be Switch Ether. And I can't believe I'm just shocked that Switch is on the Binance, and that, like, that's just crazy to me. I don't know why. That's crazy to me. It just is. But yeah, you can go ahead and stake. If you don't want to try figuring it out on the Binance network, you can always stake Switch EO over on the Demex exchange. And there's no minimum, as you can see. There's no minimum, but I'll pull this up on my staking rewards too, so you can kind of see. Switch is actually a pretty cool ecosystem. I think it's going to take off. You want to get in kind of early. I mean, it's past early, but 7-8 cents, it's not bad at all, man. Look at that. Participating. 65% of the pool of all tokens are staked right now. That's crazy. Look at the market cap. Look at the market cap. And look how much is staked. What? That's crazy, dude. Look at that. Just to delegate, just to stake it, just to hit the stake button like this. Just hit the stake button. Where's the Demex at? Just hitting the stake button. Boom. Right? That easy. And let's say, how much is it right now? 8 cents? 0.08. Let's see, what's a good amount of token to be making a decent return over here. Let's try 50,000. $4,000. So again, I could technically take that V chain that I own, convert it, and buy $50,000 worth of Switch EO, put it in staking, and I'd be making around $251 in Switch tokens a month. Look at that. That's 3,000 tokens, 3,300 tokens a month, projected $2,000 a year, right? Some people would say, well, you would say probably like, well, why would you go over Switch, instead of DeFi? Why wouldn't you just, why would you go with DeFi instead of just going with Switch if it can make you a better return? There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that, right? DeFi is way more expensive. I get it. And even if you spent $1,000, it's still a lot lower. But you have to realize DeFi is the block that chain. What it's doing is gonna keep it increasing in value. So like I said, sometimes you can't always just look at the number. You got to look at the potential. All right, you got to look at the potential, and that's why I said I would go with these three. Plus, I'm going with Switch EO. Those are going to be my main kind of long-term holders. And then I'm playing around with a bunch of other ones. I'm going to look into, what is it? This one, what is this one? Okay, that's another good website you can look for good staking tokens, CoinMarketCap, Expert. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. I'm looking at Savix, another somewhat decent one. I'm waiting for it to actually, I don't know, man. Like, I have not seen Savix on Unicoin. That's the only reason why I'm kind of hesitant about SVX is because I can't really. Okay, there it is. I guess, yeah, there it is. So I guess you can get it, but SVX looks like it can be um a fairly decent one. Let me go back to Uni. Yeah, see, I just feel like something's wrong with that. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's here. Maybe that's here on there, but I don't think that's right. Something's not right. Token price is a little high, right? It's okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna look into it. Not gonna jump on it yet, but oh, that's the wrap ether with sheep token. Not bad. That's my heat press that I need to buy. Um, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, guys, this is what. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dabble in Safe Moon. There's a couple of ICOs that I'm looking at that you guys can check out at your own leisure. Um, Origin Dollar, another safe. I think it's like it's a safe token in my opinion, but has great potential. 25% for a whole year is a little, but again, if you're in it for the long haul, for the medium haul, to figure out what kind of worth these tokens are going to have over a longer period of time, these are relatively safe, right? Relatively safe. Nothing's guaranteed, but relatively safe. A lot of these staking tokens are going to be around this type of price, which is good and bad because, who really wants to lock up their tokens for 30 days? Fine. 90 days? For 7.5? Probably not. And for a year around that price? Probably not. But that's the kind of stuff you have to deal with when you're looking at like when you're looking at like Coinbase and you got like Ether and then you got like Tezos and those things aren't going to really make you money by holding it, but it does make you some staking rewards. It does give you, but it's really low because of the APY. So, Origin, take a look at that. If you guys want to learn and see some really good staking tokens, go to dropsearn.com. They will have a ton of them, or ones that are important, I would say, that you can check out and look into what they're doing. Still not sold yet on Student Coin. I kind of want to just throw a little bit at it just to see what happens. Maybe like $100 or something. I was looking here at Oro. I don't know. 20%. Who knows? This is another one that I'm going to jump into. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm kidding. I think this link is already in my description, but if not, check out the PointPay using my referral code if you would like to join the team. Pretty much it's looking like it's pretty legit. I mean, they've got some really, really nice backers. This is what they pay in. I would definitely hold some PXP. It's gonna be its own exchange, man. Like it's gonna solve quite a few problems that haven't been addressed yet in the crypto space. It's gonna be its own ecosystem, man, and I feel like it's gonna be really, really, really lucrative if you can get in early. These are the types of projects, like I said, man, that you want to look at. It's already got. If you look at its roadmap, and they've already done so much, and they want to do much more. So again, when I look at exchanges like this, when I was telling you they're going to be very, very profitable, not every single one of them, obviously, but when you look at some of the past ones that are here now that are worth a lot, you have to really kind of adjust your expectations and what you really would like to see out of the project. So when you go with Binance Coin again, we go to the entire chart since its inception, and you look at when it started and how much it started with when it opened up. You're looking at 10 cents when Binance opened up in 2017. Some people would say, well, look, man, it's been so long. That's fine. Keep stacking the coin, because at some point that payday is going to be worth every dollar. Not pennies, dollar. Every dollar. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with a PXP, I would definitely to jump in at the ICO. ICO is ending in 11 days. To jump in, honestly, I mean, at 10 cents a token, I would be okay with, let's see, 0.10. I'm trying to figure out how much I'm going to put in. I would say I would be okay with that. I'd probably be okay with a little less, maybe like $500, $500 to $1,000. I would be interested in throwing at it. Again, it's 10,000 tokens, right? Now, more than likely, once it opens up, it's probably going to be like a Binance. But Binance opened back in 2017. So seems like things are moving a lot quicker in crypto than it did like 3 or 4 years ago. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you look at, that's Binance, right? When you look at like Uniswap, right? And you look at the curve here, you know, last year they opened up $3.15, and then now it is where it is now. Look at that curve. So the space in this time now is more, it's much more advanced. People know now the uniqueness and the value of these exchanges and how profitable they can be, how easy they are to use, and how easy they make life trading and swapping and things like that much easier than just using a straight up trader platform like a Binance or, you know, a Demix or stuff like that. These are easy ways to get your coins swapped out and to get paid than using a traditional exchange. So when you see things, like I said, when you see things like Uniswap, when you see things like potentially this PointPay system that has been rated, all I see is good things about it. Even on Reddit, you know how Reddit loves to drag a lot of these tokens and you know, and a lot of these projects, they love to do it. But I've seen only good things about it. I mean, they are absolutely legit. But that doesn't tell you how successful it will be when it releases. All depends on who decides to jump in. But again, if you jumped in at 10 cents, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, even if it's just 10,000, let's say you left it and in 8 months, you're not talking uni prices, man. What if in 8 months you're talking about Uniswap prices, right? Even if it's not Uniswap prices, what if it's like $5, like 1 inch, right? What if it's like $5, right? What if it changes out and in 8 months it's $5, right? Well, you already bought 10,000 for $1,000, right? Say you want to get out. You're just like, you know what? I just want to get out. It's $50,000, man. 50 G's in your pocket, and it cost you $1,000, right? You 49x'd. You know what I'm saying? That's almost a 50x. Let's say you just keep holding on, man. And you're like, you know what? No, I'm riding this to 25, man. I'm riding this to 25. You may not buy another single thing. You're just gonna stick with your 10,000 and be done. 25, 250,000. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do with the PXP is I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably gonna spend about 500 to 1,000. maybe 1,000, so I can get at least 10,000 tokens at 10 cents before it rises, because the price is going to increase 33%. As you can see, once the once the token sale is over, where is their? I just saw it. Where's the roadmap? They're going to be launching the mainnet pretty soon, I believe. Yeah, they're going to be launching the exchange pretty soon. So you can look at what they've already done. Yeah, see, they just did this. So now they just did this. Like I said, man, they're pretty damn legit. Look at this. They've been around since 2018, man. Oh, this is why I have so many tabs open. This is my obsession. My wife says the same thing. Why do you have so many tabs open? I'm like, because I hate typing back in things when I can just look at it. They're like, I'll close some for you. How about that? I'll close some for you. But yeah, man, they've been around for a long time. In the crypto space, that's a long time. And they've been getting vetted by legitimate companies, and they have legitimate reviews. How well is it going to do once it launches? I don't know. I would predict it's probably going to be, if enough people know about it, I would say it's probably going to spike a little bit, and then it's probably going to get dumped. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like it might dump though, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. If I get it at 10 cents right now, ICO, I'll be a little upset if it drops to like 5 or even go down to 2 cents. I'll be a little pissed off. But at the same time, I would still, depending on what's happening, I would still buy it at that very low cost versus waiting until it goes public and then seeing if it's actually going to dip, because it may go up. Who knows? It may go up right after release. You don't know. But 10 cents is not a bad price to get in on something, especially an ICO, if it looks promising. Again, looking promising, I'm thinking in terms of 6 months to a year, not a week after release. Who knows, man? If something like this could go from 10 cents to freaking 60 cents within 30 days, that's amazing. But I highly doubt it. Just saying, I highly doubt it. And I'm basing it on competition. And when I look at the competition, right, when I'm looking at the competition like Uniswap, look at how much it started off as, right? Now, Uniswap has been around for a little bit, and they're vetted already. So that's probably why people saw this kind of value in it. But who's to say that when PXP drops, that people aren't going to see the same value? You know what I'm saying? It's vetted. Like, what if they see the same value? Could it open up like this? Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, it could be like Binance, where it takes a long time. Let's look at 1inch. 1inch is fairly new. They're a little expensive as far as their fees and whatnot on their website, on their platform. They're a little expensive, but if you look at when 1inch started, right? This year, what did it open up as? It opened up at $1.90, right? And it had some crazy rewards at first to get people incentive to jump in. But if you look at the curve, right, it started off, it went a little lower. Then when it opened up as, right, opened up at 190, it went as low as 92 cents, steady climbing, had a big spike in February. February started, continued to climb. I think did it go as high as $6? Yeah, it went as high as $6, continued to climb. It peaked again twice, and that lets you know that people are moving it. And now it's back down to like $4 and some change as of today. So when I look at something like 1inch, I can see a direct correlation between, these exchanges and PXP. Now, if we get it at 10 cents, does that mean it's going to open at $1? Probably not. If it opened at $1, would you be happy with that? A lot of people are probably going to do this right here. Boom. Opens up at $1.90, goes up slightly to like 2 something, and then these are all the people that sold off. I guarantee you. They bought in at 1 inch when it was probably like ICO or whatever, and they dumped it. Boom. And then they continued to sell. Then all of a sudden, people were like, "No, what? Let's buy this shit again." And now it's going back up. So that's why I said when I look at PXP, I'm getting that vibe that, at 10 cents can go a long freaking way, man. It can go a long way and make you some money in the long run. In the short run, I don't necessarily think it's going to be like. I think you need some time, man. I think you need time to mature a little bit, to get exposure. When people start to hear about it, like 1 inch, when people start to hear about it after a couple months, this could happen. 1 inch in the next 3 months could be up to like $10, $12, $16. I think in the next 3 to 5 months, I can see it at around $15, just like this website. I don't know if I'm up to speed on Sushi Swap or if I really want to get involved with it at this point, but Sushi Swap, pretty decent price for it. I don't know if I looked at it, I wasn't really impressed, and then I'll probably let it sit on me for a little while. But if you look at Sushi Swap, again, another exchange, right? Another one. It opened up at $3.44. Again, it spiked to $10, got dumped, 63 cents. Look at that. 50 something cents it went down to, and it opened up at 340. A lot of people would call this a loss. Like, oh, if you got into Sushi Swap, if you sold at $10, you made some money, right? People were happy at $10. And then it dumped. People were like, oh, you're crazy if you hold this coin. But look at it. From September last year to now, it's risen in value. And it keeps going up. It's spiking. It spiked. Then it's gonna probably go down, and it's probably gonna rise back up. I wish I could see the candlesticks, but yeah, you see what I'm saying? It takes time, man. It takes time. This opened up September last year, and now we're in April, going into May, and look, it's matured a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's matured a lot from $3.44 to where it's at now, $12. So that's a win, man. And that's the kind of strategy that you should be looking at when you're looking at these exchange tokens. Hold it for 8 to 12 months. Expect to hold it for that long just to see where it's going to be at that price point. Because again, Sushi Swap, even though I don't technically really like it that much, it does have potential to get up to Uniswap prices, man. It does have potential. Just depends on the fees, how it interacts with the, on the blockchain. Like, it all just depends, man. It all just depends. It just depends. If something comes out, shit, it may be worth more. Like, people could probably dump 1 inch and go straight to Sushi Swap and stay there. Right now, places like Pancake, they're getting way more exposure than Sushi Swap, than 1 inch. And that's why I said you definitely want to get in now with some Pancake to take advantage of the hype, because it's doing its job. People are loving it. And if you want to look at something that has potential for like 1 inch, what 1 inch could be, what Sushi Swap could be, what PXP could be, I would start looking at some of these exchanges and comparing it. And then you can kind of get a pretty good idea of what you're probably looking at within a year's time. Because trust me, if I buy this for 10 cents, even if I sold it for $10, man, that's a win. It's a win-win. Do you want to hold it forever? It depends on what other projects come your way. If you're willing to part with it and fund those other projects, it's up to you. But now if this has a, I believe it, I don't know if it does. Let's see. I believe, I don't know if they're going to have staking. I think you can stake. I think that's why I looked at it originally. I don't know if you can stake it right away. Obviously, you can't stake it right away, but I do believe they're going to have this feature. Um, See, and this is what it's all about right here. Lower swap fees. Now, back in the day, like 3, 4 years ago, the only things that we really had to change tokens, the swap tokens, was like Change Jelly. There's another one that I used, but it was things like that. Now, you still have places like CoinSwap, you know, things like that, which are very useful. But this is the name of the game, man. The name of the game is avoiding fees from traditional exchanges and fees that are happening on blockchains that are making it clogged up and congested, and it, like Ethereum, so many things on the main net, so many projects on it. It's causing it to back up, and these exchanges, these swap exchanges, are trying to make it to where you can alleviate some of that pain from some of these fees, man, and you can make your swaps without having to worry about spending an arm and a leg, most of your profit, just to get it to your wallet. You know what I'm saying? To pay yourself for something. So, this is what they're trying to do. Get your game up. Start investing now. I don't care if you have $100. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you have $100. Stop smoking cigarettes for 2 weeks. See how much money you save. You know what I'm saying? Instead of drinking that 1.75 liter of Jack Daniels every week, spending sometimes. Hey, I know people that buy 2 bottles a week, man. 1.75 liter. That's like $80. So if you can spend money on that, man, you can spend money trying to invest and making yourself money. It's just the way it is. All right, guys, that's my time. I will catch you all in the next video and live stream, hopefully. Appreciate everybody coming through. Peace. Okay.